Okay, so I want to talk about the situation where this player, oops, does not quite beat the defender cleanly. Okay, so if they don't beat the defender cleanly, what can we do? Okay, and there's lots of things we could try to do. So we're still assuming this defender here is denying the pass, and this person it's making progress but doesn't beat the defender cleanly. Okay, so it's being kind of forced over this way. You may end up over here. Okay. Now, if you end up over here and you keep your dribble, one thing we can try and do is, oh, by the way, I should also mention, actually, no, I'll mention that later. So one thing you could do when you're here in the low block is to make these middle cuts, okay? So if you have a lot of control of the ball at the time, you can keep making these middle cuts down the lane, okay? And then fill and replace. And that might be a good way for us to continue the offense, okay? And it's important for this player to try to face cut their defender so that there's nothing in the way of them and the ball. And the help defense will actually have a really hard time stopping this. And of course, this person can come this way once this person gets the ball and the help commits. Okay, so that's one other option. Of course, I should also mention that if this person denies actively or sort of takes their eye off their defender, this person can also backdoor cut. Okay, and that'll create a big problem for the defense. Okay, but that will require this shooter to also have some extra skills. Okay, now there's also another option. So can you see that this person is trying really hard not to lose their dribble here? So it might be good for this person to be a really good dribbler. Okay, so someone like Alex or someone like Martin, Eddie fit that profile. Riley, come down here. Okay, you can, depending on what happens, you maybe end up looping around here. If you have some good finishing, you can probably get a reverse layup here. But once you get here, these players here can be your options as well. Okay, and if you somehow don't get the pass to them, you can just keep going. Okay. Actually, this person could probably stay here for the pass. So the same dribble penetration principles apply. I guess you want to stay in front, and then here, so here's sort of a safety as well. Come in for the cut. So notice like the passing angle is usually at 90 degrees to your direction. The other cut's at 90 degrees. That's usually what makes a good cut. Okay. And then you could also just fill out again and sort of reset. Pass the ball around. back. Okay. And we might even want to, you can even do this obviously on the left hand side as well, right? But it's not as, the play could work symmetrically, but it's not symmetric, okay? Because people are far less effective with their left hand than they are with their right hand. So this could similarly happen there. I mean, the shooter's just probably just as effective because they're shooting with the same hand. So that could be good. But we have much less of a chance of this person actually making it to the basket. Okay. Or probably the same chance or more of making it to the basket, but just less of a chance of finishing it. Okay. Um, so the varying factors are that their left hand is much worse at dribbling and finishing, but the defender's usually also much worse at closing the gate going this way. Okay, for some reason, um, you can really get past defenders really easily going to the left side of them. Okay, and then similar things apply, or you could just keep swinging the ball up. So one thing about swinging the ball, like if you know how this play is going to work, swinging the ball could really set you up because imagine where the defense is when the ball is here, right? They're all kind of on the strong side. You swing the ball, they have to sort of adjust a little bit, and you swing the ball. The ball's going faster than the players, obviously. So if you swing it really fast around, okay, I don't necessarily recommend a skip pass because um, skip pass really takes away all the options of these players and makes the play really predictable. Um, if you swing it all the way around really quickly, um, the defense will take time to get back in time. And remember, you're trying to beat them on the right side, and the defense is sort of already towards the left a little bit. So you're going to have a little bit of a timing advantage if you swing the ball really fast, okay? Because the person will naturally be not in front of you, but slightly to your left, and then you can sort of have a little bit more of a head start when trying to get past them on the right. So these are ways we can set this play up, okay? And it's important that this play is very simple because we're not really necessarily trying to use um, the play itself because I mean lots of plays are good and once you know how to do it, it's good for its own success. But we're also trying to use the play to learn some basic principles of half-court offense. Okay, because the idea of a defender helping and you passing it to the other guy is very fundamental. The idea of dribble penetration and moving to the right places is also very fundamental. And yeah, the idea of shooting and rebounding is very fundamental. So hopefully those are the lessons you get out of it, and not sort of just uh, you know, a dead set offense to play every time mechanically. That's not what we want.